Hello, everyone. I am Jocelyn Fonseca Hernandez from Universidad de Guadalajara, and today I will be presenting the research experience observing online at PAL made by me and by my partner, Goti Ibel Robles Sandoval. First of all, the experience, the experience is defined as the process of getting knowledge or skill from doing, seeing, or feeling things. Observe, on the other hand, by Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines it as to watch carefully, especially with attention to details or behavior for the purpose of arriving at a judgment. So we try to focus on the knowledge that people at PAL have while paying attention or trying to judge in this case, the classes. Well, we also want to mention how does this observation work online. Janet Salmons made an article in 2020 about the participant observation and how does it work online. She defines the participant observation as a type of research where the researcher is a member or has access to engage with the phenomenon under investigator. So she sees the observers as researchers. She categorized three typologies of online methods. The first one is the extant, where the materials are developed without researchers, in this case the observers, influence. The second one is elicited, where the data is elicited from participants. And the last one is the enacted, where the data is generated with participants. In this case, the participants will be the teachers. The observers have different tasks. The first one will be collect data without interacting, respond to others' posts, share knowledge gained from study and experience, and be an insider. She means by an insider as a person who has experience or who works or who has something to do in that area. So she establishes that if you want to observe something, you have to be an insider. Of course, there many investigations were made before. The one of these ones that we found was learning by observing a peer's teaching situation by Graham Henry, Amani Bell, and Kate Thompson. Well, these guys obviously focus on the peer observation, and they established that universities and departments committed to quality teaching and learning implement a program of peer observation in which teachers, particularly the early career academics, are supposed to observe teaching situations of colleagues who are student focused in their approach and interested in teaching. So um, similar to this, there was another research named Supporting Online Teaching Effectiveness at a Scale, Achieving Efficiency and Effectiveness Through Peer Review, made by Emily Donnelly and Sally and Dana Autry. And they also mention how the peer review or peer observation helps or it is helpful, and they mention two important things. The first one is that peer review communicates the values and performance expectations held by the institution and provides opportunities of self-reflection, professional development, and community buildings with fellow peers. And that peer review is offering the institution's adjunct faculty personalized professional development at a scale. So as the first research we found and the second research we found, and we had a little bit of basis, they mention or they focus on The observations also makes participants and also observers made a little bit more confident of that area, or they can get more knowledge than just teaching, and they have also feedback, so they can get an improvement of that and how it is important. And of course, on the article, on the study, sorry, uh, named Observing the Online Behavior of Teachers from Internet Usage to Presentation for Pedagogical Practice, made by Kane Moll, Manuel Gerardo Saldivar, and Tamara Sommer. They mentioned that our observations, okay, made in classes in this case, sets provide a solid foundation upon which we can apply classification and feature clustering techniques. According to these articles, the observations give us tools um, to improve our classes, and also the observers provide knowledge and share experience in order to help the development of the classes and make them better. So we try to focus, everything is focused on classes, everything is focused on teachers, everything is focused on materials, but we try to focus also on the observers. The observers play an important role in PAL in this case. I will tell you a little bit more of what PAL is. The observers also have a basis, and they are really important, and without them, the feedback wouldn't be the same. So our general objective of this research, sorry, was to analyze how student observers criticize the development of this new modality of PAL Online. Since this is the first time ever we have PAL Online, so it is new for everybody, and we also wanted to study, or to focus a little bit more on how they see the improvement of the classes and how are they feeling observing online. So we have four specific objectives. The first one is to compare the improvement of or failure of PAL from face-to-face interaction to online interaction. The second one is to understand the feeling that observing online can cause, that can be frustrating, and I know that online interaction it's not like something we all love. The third one is to examine a student observer's experience and knowledge acquired at PAL. And the last one, to evaluate the support and guidance that have been provided in order to become better observers. Well, the key aspects that we aim to answer in our study were about the different points of view and feelings or the students observers while observing online, as well as how confident they were when providing feedback to the students' instructors. Also, the support and guidance provided by the former teachers and coordination, and also if their personal experience from teaching face-to-face, observing someone else teaching online was the same or it was different. So we made up with this hypothesis, which is observing online is more difficult than face-to-face classes. However, due to the students' observer experience in PAL, they feel super confident while observing and providing feedback, which helps teachers a lot to improve PAL classes in many aspects. Okay, we tried to, or this is what we thought our results will be, and we applied certain methodology. First of all, we wanted to make a qualitative research since we're focusing on opinions and experiences of observers. There are 16 students observers in PAL, and and we focus on 8 program at UDG imparted by Lidile students from like the Lidile is the licenciatura en docencia de inglés como lengua extranjera, and it is at Cook's. We made 10 questions. 3 of them were multiple choice questions, 2 of them were ranking questions, and 5 were fill-in questions. And we applied these questions to observers from 7 to 8 classes and 8 to 9 classes, PAL classes. And these were our results. And these ones were our results. 75 of the observers were male, and 25% of the students observers we interviewed were female, and we had a confidentially agreement where the answer of this survey will be totally confident and anonymous, and their name won't be asked. Okay, 50% of the student observers showed that observing online for them has been easier than face-to-face interaction. However, for the other 50% has been a little bit more difficult. From their observations, online classes have been improved in many aspects for the 12.5%. 62.5% answered that the observations have improved in just a few aspects, and 25% answered that the observations have not improved at all. While observing, more than 50% of the students observers feel relaxed and less than the 50% feel excited. Talking about the 75 of the students observers interviewed said that support and guidance had been provided other hand, more than the 80% of the students observed teaching online is being it's been easy, interesting, and rewarding. It's been easy, interesting, and rewarding. Finally, the interaction of more than 50% of the teachers while listening to the teachers' observers' feedback was interesting, but for less than 12.5 was expressionless. Here, expressionless. However, listening to the students' observers' feedback, the reaction of most of the teachers was interested. As a conclusion, our results on the quantitative research show that observing and providing feedback to students who just started practicing this semester is being a little bit more difficult than face-to-face interaction. Due to the students observers at PAL program having the adequate support from the teachers' coordination, providing feedback makes them feel confident. By the time the students observers are observing a class online, they feel relaxed with the feedback given. Most of the staff who completed the qualitative questionnaire thought that regardless of the challenging situation that the teachers being observed are facing, providing them feedback is being interesting and also rewarding. And these were our references. Thank you very much for watching.